In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal a free hidden traffic source that's growing like wildfire that none of your competitors know about. A traffic source so big that over 155 million Americans are active there. We're talking about reaching millions of buyers every day in any niche imaginable. See, most marketers are busy creating videos, writing articles, and posting pictures on social media, which may or may not generate traffic. In the meantime, the audio marketing and podcast industry will generate over $1 billion this year in the US alone. Podcasting is the new YouTube for marketers in this new decade. Ordinary people like Eric Payne, who started podcasting last year, has generated over 28,000 followers. Similarly, Jamie Tardy started the Eventual Millionaire podcast after quitting her job. She now makes a six-figure income doing this. Rob Blake, who started only recently, has grown over 10,000 followers and makes a passive income from his podcasts. There are hundreds of ordinary people like you and me who are profiting and making big bucks from audio marketing and podcasting. Over 155 million people listen to podcasts in the US alone, 68 million listening to a podcast weekly. Podcasting is the fastest way to build an email list, build a huge social media following, establish yourself as an authority in any niche, and to build a passive income online. However, creating and starting a podcast is not easy. You need to have knowledge about something you want to share, write the podcast episode script. Then you need expensive recording equipment to record a voiceover. Then you need to upload and publish your podcast, create a podcast website, add ads to earn revenue. And finally, you need to promote your podcast, submit it to podcast directories, and so much more. Oh, if only there were an easier way. Now, imagine if you could create and start a podcast without doing any of this, without being an expert in your niche, without writing scripts, without recording voiceovers, without worrying about marketing. Well, this is the idea we had a few years ago. And after years of hard work, development, testing, improving, and thousands of successful users, we're proud to introduce to you bCast Suite. bCast Suite is the world's first and only automated AI-powered podcast creation and promotion app suite that helps you curate, create, and promote podcasts quickly and easily. Now, you too can finally start generating more traffic, leads, and sales using podcasts. bCast Suite is a combination of three powerful cloud-based apps. The BeCast app takes away rocket science from podcasting. It lets you create your podcasts, upload and host your podcast episodes, monetize your podcast using ads. It automatically creates your podcast website, helps build your email list. Plus, it automatically submits your podcast to 20 podcasting directories, giving you instant traffic and followers to your new podcast. And if you don't want to write your podcast content or record your voiceovers, you can use bContent and bVoice. bContent helps you curate the knowledge from the internet and use the AI to turn it into a podcast episode. Simply enter your keyword, pick a content source, edit as you like, one-click rewrite, and your script is ready. Next up is bVoice that converts your script into an AI-generated, human-like voiceover using a neural network. Pick a voice from multiple male and female voice accents, paste your podcast episode script, and click Generate. It's that easy. bCast Suite will let you create a podcast in any niche you want. Upload your podcast to platforms like Apple Podcast and Spotify. These platforms get over 155 million podcast listeners a month. Even if they send you 0.005% of that traffic, that's over 3,800 new sales every month. At a $2 sponsored ad revenue, that's $7,600 in profits plus a buyer's email list. How cool is that? Not only can you create podcasts for yourself, but you could also be creating podcasts for product creators, video marketers, e-commerce marketers, restaurants, hotels, salons, influencers, designers, YouTubers, spas, dentists, vets, architects, chiropractors, car dealers, life coaches, gyms, clubs, realtors, and everyone in between. Create a podcast for any of these businesses in need of an online presence and charge them anywhere between $500 to $1,000 plus a monthly fee. Create a podcast for yourself and establish yourself as an authority. Create a podcast for friends and family and help them build an online presence. Create a podcast to promote and sell your ebooks and courses and so much more. Create a podcast to help local businesses get more social media followers, bringing more sales to their business. With bCast Suite, there are infinite possibilities. Remember, there are 60 million businesses in the United States alone, and millions of these businesses do not have a podcast and are missing out on traffic, leads, and sales that their competitors are taking away. And that's just the United States. There are over 195 countries in the world. There is almost an infinite amount of demand for podcasts and podcast services. And you, yes you, should be at the forefront of all of this and taking a piece of this billion-dollar industry today. The only kicker is BeCast Suite is available with a commercial license for a ridiculously low one-time fee with no monthly charges at all, but only for about a week, after which we will be closing the doors and removing this offer. So, let me recap everything and all the features you get with BeCast Suite today. BeCast app, BeContent app, BeVoice app. Create unlimited podcasts, up to 3 at a time. Create unlimited episodes per podcast, 10 minutes per episode. Upload and host your podcast on bCast cloud hosting. Embed, publish, and share your podcast hosted on bCast. Auto-create SEO-friendly podcast website using bCast. One-click syndicate podcasts using bCast. 20 podcast directories for traffic generation using bCast. Auto-post your podcast onto your YouTube playlist using bCast. Create 500 podcast scripts per week using BeContent. Create 500 podcast voiceovers per week using BeVoice. Search and edit content for your podcast in 107 languages. Create engaging content without writing a single word. Generate voiceover using text-to-speech. Auto-transcribe up to 1 hour of audio per month. Generate quick leads, sales, and profits. 100% beginner-friendly, zero speaking or content creation skills required. Free upgrade, commercial license. There's nothing to install, and it's so easy that even a child could do it. Create your BeCast Suite account and get instant access today. However, this offer won't last long, and the price is increasing every few hours. If you act now, you'll receive not only our commercial usage license, but also some very useful bonuses mentioned on this page. Your BeCast Suite purchase is fully covered by our 14 days risk-free money-back guarantee. See for yourself how easy it is to create professional and profitable podcasts, and if you don't agree that BeCast Suite lives up to the hype, then we'll refund your every penny. But the clock is ticking. Act fast and get your exclusive access to BeCast Suite with the commercial license and all the bonuses and exclusive training on how to profit from podcasts. BeCast Suite is currently available for a one-time fee without any monthly cost or setup fee. Click the button below to get your instant access right now. We look forward to helping you create profitable, professional podcasts using BeCast Suite.
In this short video, I'm going to show you how you can finally start creating profitable podcasts for your businesses and other businesses as a service without worrying about creating contests, recording voice over, or profiting from that podcast. Now, BeCast Suite does all of this for you automatically. Now, when you pick up BeCast Suite, you get access to 3 powerful apps that help you start profitable podcasting service or podcast for yourself. The most important of them is BeCast, which is where you create your podcast, upload your episodes, promote, add ads, and start sharing your podcast automatically on traffic getting networks for podcasts. Now, if you're trying to create podcasts for your clients, or if you're trying to create podcasts where you don't have content, and if you don't want to record voiceover, we have BeContent and BeVoice as part of BeCast Suite. Now, to create a podcast, let's say I want to create a podcast about affiliate marketing. So I'm going to go into BeContent, I'm going to type affiliate marketing, select Creative Commons so we're not infringing everybody's copyright, click search. And it's going to pull up all these videos that are talking about affiliate marketing. Next step, I'm just going to click on create post real quick, And here's my draft script ready. Now I'm going to make some changes. So I'm going to change this and add my own name. And once I'm done reviewing this, I'm going to click on spin content to turn this script into a unique script for my first episode of podcast. Once the content has been spun, made into unique, I'm just going to copy the part that I want to convert or include in my first episode. Right click, copy, head over to bVoice to convert it into a voiceover. Now, I want to select this voiceover. I'm going to click on it. And all I'm going to do is paste whatever I had copied, add a full stop, click preview, click save, download the audio file, which would be the first episode. Now, of course, there are tons of customizations and you have full control over how your audio is going to sound. But once I've created, previewed, saved, downloaded my audio, which takes less than 5 minutes, I'm going to head over to BeCast. Now, BeCast is where I create my first podcast, right? So I can start creating a podcast. Click on the create a podcast button. I give my podcast a name. Is it live? We're still in draft. Description, fill up the form about my name, my author's name. Copyright could be the client I'm creating the podcast for, what time zone, all these things, and how I want the branding to be done. And once I'm done, my podcast would be created just like this one. Now, what BeCast is going to do is going to create your own website as well for you automatically. A website that looks just like this and helps you generate leads, get more social media following, more social media shares, and displays all your podcast episodes in a mobile friendly, Google friendly, simple web page that gets a lot of attention and lists all these places where your customers, your followers can subscribe on your podcast episodes. Now, heading back, I can add more episodes. I can schedule these episodes to go live whenever I want. The file that I downloaded from bVoice, I can simply upload here, give it all name and title, schedule what date and time I want this episode to be live, and that's about it. Now, using the audio insert feature, I can add sponsored ads inside my podcast without editing the audio and get paid for it. Of course, I have my own podcast website. I can change the name if I want. I can make it live or disable it. I can add my Facebook and Google Analytics code in it. I can get more social media sharing from my podcasting website, get more followers on social media. And once I've submitted my podcast on Apple Podcasts, which is super easy, BeCast is going to start sharing and submitting your podcast on tons of podcasting directly to start getting you traffic, to start getting you engagement and followers on your podcast so you can start profiting from it. Again, this is what BeCast does. This is what BeCast Suite is about. This is how easy and affordable it makes for anybody with no experience to start creating profitable podcasts. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our team. Cheers.